Hello everyone, welcome back to my solar system legacy challenge. This is episode 42. Ezra is here this morning just feeding the cow plant. And yeah, he's got a little bit of gardening to do, and I'm really happy because we have got a few things that we can evolve, which means that we only actually have one more plant left to get to excellent quality, which is so amazing. We've got a few of these over here that can be evolved as well, but they're not quite at the high enough quality yet, but it means we're slowly getting there. He can't, I think, did that say fertilize? It did. Do we have anything we can actually fertilize with? We've got all of the other stuff, which isn't quite as good as the fish. So I will leave that for now, but is there anything in here? These could all be fertilized too. So I think we'll try and get a little bit of fishing done soon because that will be really beneficial. But I'm just going to check, can any of these also be evolved? None of them are that good. They're all just like normal quality. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. We're slowly working on it, and we have got the ones that we kind of needed to. And this gardening skill is almost at level 9 as well. So we're going to be completely fine for his skills and aspiration. The wellness one is definitely one that we'll focus on, but he just kind of does that when we get free time. And you know, as we're focusing a little bit more on Maisie, we've still got a few more. We've got basically just under a week left to our birthday, so he's gonna be fine. He is gonna be completely fine. And speaking of Maisie, she is just upstairs sleeping in a little bit this morning, although Lucy is getting a phone call. Anything? Oh, she came with us with student loans, 23,000. Girl, honestly. Okay, well, let's make a payment there. Let's bring it to a nice round number. So we'll do 3868. So then we've only got 20,000 left to do. Honestly, no wonder she's tense. Oh my gosh. And oh my gosh, Ezra's now being attacked by bees. Right, okay, why don't you go over and go and kiss him because you're feeling really tense right now. But oh my gosh, I hate student loans, honestly. This is why we got out a loan last time. If she keeps doing it, we'll get out another loan and we'll do what we did with Ezra. But yeah, Maisie, obviously she had her prom last night, so she is sleeping in. She's got her little prom pictures up on the wall. So her one with Atticus is amazing, her one by herself, and then the one with Jen, not quite as successful, but I love that. But obviously she had a little bit of a setback with Isabella, which was a little bit awkward. So I was going to go into romantic then. We have no romance because Isabella is straight. She misunderstood what we meant by the promposal. So I don't even think, yeah, it doesn't even say prom date anymore because we realised, you know, that it definitely wasn't a date in Isabella's eyes. She's still impressed with the promposal, but she hadn't realised it was a romantic thing. Like, Maisie is still crushing, but Isabella has no feelings like that for her. So it's pretty sad. She's got to face that reality, like her first rejection. But today we are planning to hang out with the rest of the family. We're going to go and see Valerie's. The cat is up here. Right, okay. I'm going to have Maisie get up and get herself sorted. She still wants to ask her crush out, but like, you need to get over that because that is not going to work. Like, it's just not going to work. But yeah, these guys, they're just outside at the moment. But I think I would like Ezra to maybe do a little bit of meditation just to work on that skill. But he does want to cloud gaze with his sister. So I thought it was the perfect time to go and see them. Especially because we're like approaching the end of the series now. And we just wanted to kind of check in on everyone. We get to see the others as adults. So that is Esme, Jorge, and also we get to actually see them as young adults. So cute. Oh, Lucy is just playing in the pond as you do. To be fair, as I say, she is pretty stressed, so I might actually send her out on a jog. Oh, go for a walk. Go for a walk, lovely, and hopefully that will... You're stuck. How did you get there in the first place? How did you get there? Right, I'm gonna have to teleport her out because I don't know how she even got stuck there. Right, go for a walk. Try and calm your mind down a bit because we are going to... We're going to go see Ezra's family. One thing, actually, Maisie doesn't actually know that Lucy is living here yet because they've not crossed paths. And Ezra hasn't told her. So she has absolutely no clue that Lucy is actually living here. Did you eat that all in one mouthful? You did. Right, okay. There must not be very much left. Let's come and get you some more breakfast. Come and have another pumpkin spice waffle because she's still pretty hungry. But yeah, she has no clue that Lucy lives with us. So I don't even know if I'm going to bring Lucy today because I might not, to be honest. Ezra, this is not doing a meditation like I've asked you to do. But to be fair, it doesn't matter so much because once Maisie's finished eating, we are going to head out. I do think I will probably leave Lucy at home because she is feeling really tense and she's like, I don't want to go and face like all of the questions and everything like that. I'd rather you go and explain it and then everyone understands. And you know, as I say, she's feeling tense. So there's our favourite stalker once again. It's Sydney Price. He's everywhere. But yeah, she is feeling super tense and she's like, I don't want to take it out on anyone. I don't want it to go like in the wrong way or anything like that. So I'd rather just stay home. And you can go and explain to your family that we're back together. So that is the plan. Ezra is levitating. Again, we love that for him. And Maisie, she has finished and she wants to work carefully on her project. I would like to have her probably finish this one before the end of the week because, you know, she's only got a week left of school and she wants to work super hard. But now it's not the time for it. We are going to head to Oasis Springs. Maisie is just greeting little Camillo at the moment. He has aged up into a toddler, so she is giving him a little snuggle. We have started a whole... Should you go give him a bubble bath? Why not? We have started a whole family gathering. So even Craig's here and everyone's started to load onto the lots. We've got Elodie and Malia as well who are getting a little bit older now. What are you doing actually? You're going to go put him down. Right, okay, you can do that instead of giving him a bath then. Ezra likes affection. What are you doing, Ezra? You're over here revealing a deep secret to Orson. Look at him. I can't believe he's an adult. It's so crazy. So crazy. But you did want to come and cloud gaze with your sister. So why don't you come over and do that for me? Come and cloud gaze with her. And then Maisie, she can come over and chat with Esme, who... honestly, look at her as an adult. She is literally just a blonde Valerie. She is just a blonde Valerie. When I was giving her the makeover in Cass, I dyed her hair black to see what she looked like. She's literally just Valerie. It's crazy. But look at her. She's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're all grown up now. It's not too long until I will complain about Solana family leader. Yeah, just moan a bit about your dad. Why not? At X-Star, she's like, I can't do that. I can't. But she's a people person. Great. That lifestyle's fun, isn't it? We're gonna ask Esme what her career is, and then... Oh no, she is still complaining about her dad. It's okay. I thought she'd stop doing that. She's just moaning about her dad, which... completely valid. Completely valid, because also in her mind, she kind of just went for shooting her shot with Isabella because of him. Like, she didn't ask anything about Isabella. She just kind of went for it because he told her to, and that's where all the misunderstanding came from. So we're gonna have a little bit of a whine about her life and just be like, I'm so frustrated, like I'm heartbroken. she's just telling her what kind of happened because she really trusts Esme and she really gets along well with her. But yeah, she is going to be a bit frustrated with her dad because she's like, I should have just spoken to Isabella first because I just embarrassed myself and I'm so frustrated and I don't know what's going to happen to our friendship now because of that. And she blames her dad because of it. And what has just happened? What was that little noise? I feel like it was probably, I was going to say Camillo, but he's not in the room, so I'm not too sure. But yeah, she is just venting to her cousin at the moment. I wanted to see if we could ask her to pursue her dream job because it did say that she doesn't have a career, but I can't see the option for it. We can't actually do it. She's talking about not wanting to go to work, which is fair, but she likes pink and green. I can see that. She's a wicked girly, isn't she? She's a wicked girly. Maisie is annoyed at her dad. She doesn't really want to talk to him very much at the moment. She's pleased that she's here with the rest of her family because she's like, I am annoyed that it's his fault. She kind of sees it as his fault. I think she gets along really well with Elodie, and so I would like to have her have a chat with her aunt and just about kind of about everything. I think she's going to come over as well and complain about her dad, because Elodie has also always been like that consistent adult figure in her life. Like, she's always had Ezra, but when Ezra would work and Maisie was still a kid, she'd always go to Elodie's after school. So she does really trust and support Elodie. Elodie supports her. She really trusts Elodie. I forgot that we can actually like reveal our orientation to our aunt. She's like, you're right, I don't really like what Ezra's doing with it. Oh my god, she's like, I can see why you're frustrated with your dad. And we are going to tell her a dramatic story about everything. And we're just going to open up to our aunt. So I'm not going to read this through again because that is what I read with Ezra, and she is going to say congrats on coming out, love you, because that is who Elodie is. Elodie is also obviously a queer sim as well, so she would definitely support her niece. And I think Maisie is going to take this time to have a chat with her on, and I think we'll come outside for this chat because it is a nice day and we do not Valerie, she's over here, she's not even come to greet us yet, but I think we're going to come and sit over here with her and just like, can we have a chat outside? Like, she's giving her a hug, which is adorable. Oh, I want to get a picture of this. Look at Elodie with Maisie. She loves her. But she's like, can we just have a chat outside for a bit? Like, I don't want Dad to come and walk in on us, but I wanted to talk with someone about something. And I feel like, you know, you can probably help me out at the moment. I don't really want to talk to Dad about it. So we're gonna head outside with Elodie. Well, Ezra, he's just in here to chat with everyone else. He's next to his dad, who is basically naked in these little swimming shorts at the moment. So Maisie and Elodie have made it outside, and Maisie's basically going to say that, you know, it's getting to the end of school and she needs to start thinking about her future a little bit, and she is a little bit unsure of what to do. Like, all her friends seem to have figured it out, and she's still a bit like, I don't really know what I want to do with my life. Like, I enjoy gaming, but I like it as a hobby. I don't want to pursue that as a career. And I'm just like, I'm not too sure. I know I want to go to university, but I don't really know what I want to do at university either, and I'm just a bit like unsure. And I know that, you know, Dad never finished university, so he's not really the person to talk about it with. And Elodie's like, well, I never went to university either. You don't need university to have like a good career or anything. Like, I'm in a really, really good place at my law firm. Like, I've worked my way up from the bottom, and I never even went to university. And Maisie's like, what? Well, I know I want to go to university, but it's good to know that that is sort of like an option, that is a route you can take. But I know that I really enjoy studying, I really enjoy learning new things, so I do still want to go to university. But I'd love to like kind of know a little bit more about your job. Like, what do you do at the law firm? And so Elodie is going into detail everything, and like all the research that she has to do for these cases and the clients that she has to represent and everything. And Maisie's like, this sounds really interesting, actually. Like, I still get to keep learning on the job. It's not like I do all this studying before and then I've got a career and then I'm done. Like, I still get to keep learning. And Elodie's like, yeah, there's constantly things to learn. And are they jokesters? No, they're not jokesters. They're having deep conversations. Maisie is really interested in what Elodie is saying about her career. And she's like, this could be something like that I could look into. It sounds really interesting. Maisie is obviously a very confident person. We've learned she is a people person as well, so she's like, I want to, like, I like the idea of being able to fight for people and you know, like defend them and everything, and I still get to do all this research and learning on the job as well. Like, that sounds amazing. So she is really keen by this idea, but she's like, I know you said I don't have to go to university, but I do still really want to go to university. Like, it's something I've always kind of thought about. I love school. I really want to be the best of the best, essentially. So she's like, I want to go to university with the top grades and graduate with honours and then become like the best lawyer. Like, so she's kind of taken this idea and running with it at the moment. She's not like decided 100% this is what she wants to do, but she's like, it sounds amazing. And Elodie is really supportive because obviously that's what she does, and she loves the idea of her niece kind of following in her footsteps of sorts. And another thing for Maisie is as well, she knows that this is what Ezra did when she was like a baby. He was also a law intern and he did not do very well with it, and not only that, like, obviously he failed university as well. So Maisie's like, so not only could I go to university and get a degree, I could go into the career that my dad flopped at, and like I could just kind of, you know, do the things that he couldn't and just kind of prove herself almost. And she's like, he couldn't do them and I want to prove that I can. So yeah, she's obviously very competitive, we know that, and she's in a she's a bit frustrated at her dad, so she's like, I want to do what he couldn't do, and she's like, I'm gonna go to university and I am gonna graduate unlike him, and I'm gonna go into this career and I'm actually gonna succeed unlike him. And so yeah, she is just thinking that this could work out really well, and so she's really happy that she's had Elodie here to talk her through it. She's gonna have a chat with her friends at school as well and just be like, this is what I'm thinking of doing at university. She's gonna do a little bit of research into like the degree that she would need to do for this career. But yeah, it's been a bit of a successful conversation. She's really pleased she had her aunt here to help her out. It looks like Valerie has finally come in, so I think I would like to go over and have a chat with her, whereas Ezra, We don't need another job. He is going to go and play regular football with Ethan. You know what? Go do that. You go do that. Go play football with your brother. I don't actually know what Ethan is up to these days, although he does look like he needs the toilet. So you probably let him go to the toilet instead of forcing him to play football with you. Valerie has decided to come out and talk with us. She is feeling very flirty. Of course she is, but we're so happy to see our grandma. She looks so amazing despite her age. Like, she's definitely had Botox. She's definitely had filler. I love that for her. But she looks absolutely incredible. I think we're going to reveal a deep secret as well and tell her about our plans for the future, about going off to university. And yeah, things are going really, really well. She is feeling a bit frustrated, probably because of thinking about her dad and everything like that, but more confident. She is feeling really happy otherwise. But we are a little bit peckish, so Ezra, I think he's making fruit and yogurt parfait. I hope that's for more than one person, because if that's just for you, it's very rude, honestly. Yeah, he literally made one portion. Of course he did. That's so Ezra, honestly. Oh my gosh. Single bed assigned to Maisie, this is a table. Esme came in and I realised the reason why we couldn't actually ask her to pursue her dream job is because Maisie was asking her and she is a teenager. So I need Ezra to actually ask her, but I would be interested to see what sort of like career path she goes down. So we are going to ask her about her career. I'm also going to ask Orson and Jorge as well. Oh my god, Ethan took Ezra's fruit salad anyway. Love that. Right, well there aren't actually any leftovers. So Maisie, do you want to come and do some grilling? Orson has agreed to start looking into a career, so I'm really curious to see what he goes for. We're just asking Esme at the moment. We've learned that she's unemployed, so we'll come and encourage her to pursue her dream job too. And then it is literally just Jorge. For some reason he was up here and Craig is just in Elodie's old bedroom playing violin. Right, Ezra, I don't know why he's feeling unflirty. I don't understand that personality thing, but it looks like okay, no, Esme's like, yeah, no, I'm not working. Look where I live. I don't need a job. Fair enough, completely valid. Right, let's come and ask Jorge, and then after we have done this, it's probably time we get going because it's 9:30 and Maisie does have at school tomorrow. She's still hungry. So she's got her little baked potato, and Ezra, to be fair, should probably grab himself a baked potato too. I don't know where she put them. Oh, she put them here. Okay, that's all right. But Jorge's also like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. So Orson is the only one that accepted looking for a career. But I love that he's just here chatting with these three at the moment. It's so sweet. But yeah, we should probably get back home. And then luckily Ezra isn't overly tired, so I will have him do a little bit of wellness overnight. Hopefully Lucy seems to be in a much better mood now. She's not quite as tense. So yeah, we still need to tell Maisie that Lucy lives with us, but the conversation hasn't come up and Maisie's clearly avoiding Ezra, so he's not had the chance to tell her yet. He'll get around to it at some point. Ezra is up this morning and it looks like he's successfully bonding. Okay, spoke far too soon. It looked like he was successfully bonding with the bees for once, but they then decided to attack him. And he is just sending them off to pollinate the plants at the moment. We need to feed our cow plant and then tend to our garden. So we're going to come and sell everything. He will be going off to work. Why did I say work from home? I'm a fool. I didn't want you to work from home. I was going to send you off to work. Okay, well that's fine. We are focusing on Maisie anyway. So we'll be going off to school with her. I'm hoping that I've worked out the fix for her high school. Like, the last episode was very frustrating, so I'm hoping it's going to work this time. But yeah, she will be going off to school. I think I'm going to have her have a chat with Atticus, because obviously she wants to distance a little tiny bit from Isabella after prom night, and she gets along so well with Atticus. They're very like-minded. Like, she gets along really well with Jen, but they are very different Sims, whereas I think Atticus would understand her sort of like dedication to school and university a little bit more than Jen. So we will have a chat with him. But Ezra got his gardening to level 9. That is amazing. We'll definitely be able to get this plant evolved once we do a little bit more fishing. So I'm going to do that off camera. As I mentioned in the last episode, I will play these 2 days off camera and then come back for the final episode on the Thursday and Friday. So in that time, Ezra will do some fishing to do some fertilizing. He'll keep doing the wellness. He'll keep doing gardening so we can work on those last few skills. But Maisie at the moment, she is feeling feeling incredible. She is feeling so energized. She is so ready for her day ahead, her last ever week of high school. I think we'll save the conversation with Atticus for lunchtime because it doesn't take too long until we actually have our first class. So for now, she is just going to come in and study for her exams a little bit because she has done all her homework. She is at the top, but she's like, I need to make sure I work really, really hard on my exams. I didn't do too well in the first set, but I did do well in my last one. So as long as I stay focused and I work really, really hard, I'm sure I will absolutely smash my last ones. Like, these are the ones that matter for university. And honestly, I love how close Atticus is with his mom. That is absolutely adorable. All the other students are just over here. I love that Isabella's with her brother. I wonder if there is anything actually between Isabella and Jermaine. Like, once again, she's thinking about how funny he is. So I don't know if there is actually anything there between them, which would disappoint me heavily because Jermaine is such a weird sim. I don't know why we're so friendly with him. I feel like we should definitely lose that friendship. I feel like when Maisie's in a little bit of a frustrated mood, she might take her annoyance out on Jermaine. I don't know. I feel like that would be quite funny, but it's also, I don't know, is that in character for her? Like, she does have very little emotional control, but she is very polite and very responsible, and her conflict resolution is pretty high. So even though she's got poor emotional control, I don't think she'd act on anything unless it was in that situation. But I love that she's gonna have uncontrolled emotions, isn't she? But it looks like high school is actually working now, which is amazing. So we're gonna come into class and I'm curious to see who she sits next to. I bet it's gonna be Isabella, isn't it? No? Oh my gosh, she's actually chosen to sit next to Atticus instead of Isabella. She is definitely avoiding her. She is definitely avoiding her. And to be honest, I don't blame her. Like, she feels very rejected by her best friend. Even though if Isabella doesn't like completely understand why, she's also not noticed. So that is, you know, that is something that is bothering Maisie a little bit. Like, she's like, she doesn't even care that I'm not talking to her or anything. I think we're going to propose a crazy scheme to Atticus and be like, I have been thinking about university. Like, everyone else knows what they want to do. And I had a conversation with my aunt and I think I might go to university and become a lawyer. And hopefully Atticus will be supportive of that. I say everyone knows what they want to do. I don't actually know what Atticus's plans are. He's a vegetarian dance machine, overachiever. He is on the football team, which I would not have expected that from him. But we do need to find out his other trait. We've learned that he likes fitness, but I would like you to not leave because I wanted to have a conversation with you, Atticus, please. I think while we're here with Atticus as well, we are going to confess to daydreaming about our crush too. And he's adventurous, just like us. That's probably why we get along so well. But I think, yeah, she's gonna be like, so yeah, I do really like Isabella, but I was basically rejected at prom, and she is gonna talk with him about everything, and he's like, girl, if if those feelings are not reciprocated, you are just gonna make yourself miserable. Like, you can't change someone's sexuality, you can't change how they feel about you, and if she's not into like female sims, then you can't make that happen. And Maisie's like, I know, but it's still like horrible to think about, and I like, she's my best friend and I kind of wanted to see if we could be more, but I don't think we will. And he's like, can you stop? He's basically just gonna tell her like, you should probably save yourself more pain and just try to get over that crush because it's not gonna work and it's horrible to think about, but I think you just need to try and get over her. So we are going to try and hopefully it's gonna work. But he's giving her like the brutal truth that she kind of needs to hear. He's like, you will find other sims who will like you back, and it's actually worked. She is no longer crushing on Isabella. She's like, thank you for kind of like opening my eyes a bit. Like, it's not gonna work, and as horrible as it is, I can't force something that isn't there. So we are going to become best friends with Atticus as well, because look at their friendship. They are so close. And I do really like these two as friends. So they're becoming best friends well. She's like, thank you so much for being there for me when I needed you to be. I do really appreciate it. So yeah, we kind of have things heading in the right sort of direction for Maisie. She kind of has a bit of a plan for university. She needs to do a bit of research. So she's thinking like after school she'll stay on site a little bit longer, look into like scholarships, look into what courses she needs to do and everything like that. But she's got a bit of an idea as to what she wants to go towards, and Atticus has helped kind of clear her mind and open her eyes a little bit about about Isabella. We are gonna obviously we're just gonna officially tell him as well about our sexuality, and we're gonna ask him. He's part of the LGBTQIA plus community too. I had no idea, honestly. I would like to find out what his orientation is. He is pansexual, panromantic. Awesome. Okay, I love that we have queer friends. That is probably so great for Maisie, especially after being rejected by Isabella. She probably it really helps her having a best friend as well. Obviously her friendship with Isabella isn't over. They are still always gonna have that childhood friendship and that connection, but I think, why are you still feeling enamoured? I have no idea why she's feeling enamoured. She doesn't have a crush on anyone else. I just checked all of the profiles. But yeah, obviously she's not going to fall out with Isabella, but I think it is natural to kind of drift slightly. So they will still be close, but we'll have to see how their relationship goes and that towards the end of high school and then after high school and everything. At the moment we are feeling very, very close to Atticus, and I do think that's just completely natural. Your friendships change and develop as you grow up. And Isabella has always been there from the start, but that doesn't mean they have to be together forever, because obviously Maisie's in a very difficult position right now. Her feelings, she's over Isabella. We did get over her. So she's I could just, her eyes were opened essentially. If we look, all of the sentiments have started to fade as well. We do still have this adoring, but even Isabella's are fading as well. So it's I think they're just naturally drifting, which is sad to think about, but it's something that happens. It is. Maisie finished her classes and impressed her teachers a lot today, so she is just heading over at the moment to have a look at university a little bit. I noticed that she's also got a want to rile a sim up, and she is feeling hot-headed, so I wonder if we should have a chat with Jermaine. Oh my gosh, we've even got a pop-up saying she should start looking at further education. So she is over here researching the University of Brightchester at the moment. Because she's discovered, if she wants to do a law degree, she needs to do more of a creative one, degree of sorts. She would need to do a communications or a language and literature, history, something like that. And she definitely wants to do a distinguished degree, and she's I know I can get into that. So she's I'm only going to look at Brightchester. That is the one for me, because Foxbury is more scientific, and though she has a logical brain, she knows as a lawyer this is sort of the path that you would need to go down. So she is looking into that at the moment. She's performing superbly. We're not going to be graduating early, but she is now also just gonna look into some scholarships. She's got so many options. I don't think she'll go for the athletics one, because even though she is a sporty sim, she won't want to go on the soccer team. She could potentially do the esports one, but again, I don't think I really want her to do that. I think she would rather focus completely on a university. I don't think she'd want to do anything extracurricular like that, but we will apply for all of these other three. And I think she's just going to go straight for applying to university as well, because she knows that's where things are heading. And she's also decided that she's not going to talk to her dad about this decision. She wants to kind of keep it to herself just to make sure that she gets into university, because just on the off chance that she doesn't get accepted, she doesn't want to tell her dad that, she applied and then she didn't get in. So she's I will just wait until I've got my acceptance letter and I will tell him afterwards. But I want to see, is Jermaine still around? Because if he is, I would like to rile him up, because that is a want of hers. She was a bit frustrated with him after prom, so she is going to come over and rile him up a little bit. She's definitely not the sort to fight anyone, but I do feel she'd tease him a little bit and throw shade at him, and they would bicker a little bit, but she's definitely not gonna actually fight him. She is not that sort of sim. I think she would throw shade though. He is a bit frustrated at her, but she's happy because that is what she wanted to do. She wanted to rile him up and, kind of poke his buttons a little bit. So I do think we're just going to brush him off afterwards. And I think she just wanted to get out a little bit of frustration at Jermaine. We're not going to stay here all evening and keep arguing with him. We are just going to, I think, probably go home now. We took out what we needed to. We vented a bit to him. We were a bit hot-headed and we do feel better after doing that. So I think it's probably time we head home and get some dinner. She is hungry. Oh good, and our bills have arrived as well. So Maisie is just going to write that off while she gets in and it comes to use the toilet, and I think she's just going to grab dinner straight away. She's not going to wait for her dad to prepare anything tonight. She's I'm hungry. I've got streaming to do this evening. I don't really want to speak to him at the moment. She's also probably thinking, like, if I speak to him, I'll probably unintentionally tell him about university, but she's just noticed that Lucy's there, so she has just kind of ignored her, and Lucy ignored her straight back as well. But that is obviously going to be on her mind a little bit, like, why is she here? Like, I know Dad said he's started to see her, but, like, you know, he didn't tell me that she was going to be after school, but she's like, I don't care. She's already got these kind of underlying tense. Anger's gone now, but, like, tense, uncomfortable. She's like, I don't care. I'm just going to eat my dinner and then go upstairs, do my streaming and everything. Ezra is having a nap. He must have had a pretty rough day at work, although he obviously was working from home, which isn't completely my fault. I did not mean to do that. So I think I might actually... is there any garden stuff for you to do? No, not at the moment. Esme is calling though. She wants to chat. You can chat with your sister. Lucy, how do you keep getting here? What are you doing? I don't want to have to keep teleporting you out. My gosh. Okay, well, Maisie has finished her dinner. She's headed upstairs. Good timing as well, because Lucy's like, I'm hungry now, so I'm gonna grab some dinner. Ezra isn't actually overly hungry, and his garden is doing okay. But I think while Maisie is just doing her live stream, I will end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. The next episode will be a little jump ahead while I play off camera to just get Ezra's last couple of skills up. And then it'll be the final episode. I cannot believe it. I cannot wait though. If you did enjoy this episode, make sure to leave a like and comment down below and let me know what you think. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It will mean so much to me. And I will speak to you all in another video. Bye everyone.